Good afternoon, Brooklyn.
Good afternoon.
So we are so excited to be launching National Small Business Week right here in Bed-Stuy. We are launching a 5 boroughs in 5 days tour of New York City resources for small businesses. We're here today because we are fulfilling one of Mayor Eric Adams' vision of bringing New York City government to the people. And we are going out to meet where small business owners and New Yorkers are. And so today, I truly want to thank the sister city agencies that are all here. We also want to thank all of our elected officials. And of course, we have a small business owner herself who will be speaking. She's the real guest of honor today. So thank you for that. I do want to acknowledge all the partners here today. We have from a number of the city agencies, and we have our FDNY Commissioner, Laura Kavanaugh. We have our DCWP Commissioner, Vilda Mayuga. We have our elected officials, Council Member Julie Menon. We have our council member whose district this is right here, Chi Ose. And then all our partners who've set up tables to really provide the resources that small businesses need. The Bridge State Development Corporation, the Bed-Stuy Restoration Corporation, Bed-Stuy Gateway Bid. I know Dale Charles is here. Tompkins Avenue Merchants Association. And last but not least, the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce. Randy Piers, the president, is here as well. And then a real special thank you to APO, working with the Street Vendor Project that donated 500 meals for everyone who's volunteering here today. Let's give them a warm round of applause, please. So as I mentioned, this is a critical time for small businesses. They are the backbone of our economy. And this administration under Mayor Adams has put them at the center of the Equitable Economic Recovery Plan. As a son of immigrant small business owners myself, I personally know what it means to help a small business succeed, what it means for a family, what it means for a community, and what it means for the city. So please know that small business owners around the city, SBS is at your disposal. We are here to help you, whether it's trying to access capital, whether it's trying to get commercial lease assistance, whether it's trying to connect you with great employees coming through our Workforce One centers. There are so many services that we can provide. Please reach out to us. That's the purpose of today's goal. Tomorrow, we are out in Staten Island at Borough Hall. Wednesday, we're in Chinatown, also celebrating AAPI Heritage Month. Thursday, we're in Jackson Heights in Little Columbia, celebrating Cinco de Mayo. And then on Friday, we cap off this week in Little Yemen and Boogie Down Bronx. So we hope that all of you will come out and enjoy and have fun with us those days. Thank you. I'd like to first introduce the city council member who has always welcomed us into his district. We did an event a couple of weeks ago as well over at Cup, Angela Yee's Coffee House in Bed-Stuy. Chi Ose.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Councilmember Chi Ose. I want to thank Commissioner Kim for continuing to come back to the best neighborhood in the world. He said he's been here often, and there's a reason for that. You know, Bed-Stuy has some of the best small businesses across the city. We have TAMA, we have the BID, we have Bed-Stuy Restoration. We have all of these organizations that are working hard day and night to uplift the wonderful small businesses that consist of the 36th district. I also commend this administration and Mayor Eric Adams for really prioritizing our small businesses. I'm the son of a small business owner. My mother, who is a woman of color and is also a single mother, has fought tirelessly to keep her business open throughout the pandemic. And it wasn't just her that fought to keep the business open, but also SBS that was at her side and the services that they provided throughout the pandemic. So the fact that we have an administration now that is bringing those services to our community is just wonderful. And an issue that I have always had with government is that there's so many great programs, there's so many great people that work within it, but when it comes to getting those services to the people, sometimes it falls short. So the fact that we are out here in Bed-Stuy once again, the mayor's administration and the commissioner right here are bringing those services to our people, to our businesses, is just a wonderful thing. So I am proud to stand here and again, the best community in the world next to some of the best government that is really uplifting the businesses that make our city go round. And the last thing that I will say is that we hear a lot about how our small businesses are, the backbone of our communities or the backbone of our cities. But now we have an administration that is really putting the money where their mouth is. And we're seeing that right now with the kickoff in Bed-Stuy, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for being out here. Also, the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce and my colleague, Chair on the Committee of Small Businesses, Julie Menon, thank you for highlighting our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Osei. Now, I would like to introduce Shawanda Clarence, a business owner right here in Bed-Stuy, who partnered up with SBS, and she'll tell the story herself. So, Shawanda?
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Kim. So I want to say good afternoon to everyone who came out to support the event and just to kick off the Small Business Week. I'm Shawanda Clarence. I'm the CEO founder of So Brooklyn Hair Extension Lounge. And I'll give myself a round of applause. I'm honored to be able to share my story with my small business. Being a small business owner and Black-owned business owner, mompreneur, I've been established 5 years before the pandemic and just recently expanded to my second location. So when the pandemic hit, my business was in a good place and I felt like I crossed the finish line. Being able to sustain a business, let alone expand, is a huge accomplishment. Unfortunately, the pandemic didn't allow me to bask in the fruits of my labor for long. And the pandemic put me face to face with new challenges and tough decision making with little to no resources. So I was forced to close my first location. And being a small business owner and always knowing how to do Google search, we're experts in Google searching when it comes to small businesses. So I came across SBS, and they actually helped me come together with a plan to sustain my second location. Just like many of my fellow business owners, it is definitely always a really, really tough struggle trying to put together the pieces of things and trying to figure things out on your own. And I learned mentorship was one of them with no course, so I couldn't be upset about that. So where do I sign? I was able to connect and speak with a mentor monthly, virtually, where we brainstorm and discuss many of my business concerns, needs, and how to manage overhead expenses, because we know those expenses didn't stop even though business did. I believe that SBS BNYC is for the community and is for my community. They were supportive in all the ways Black businesses need to be supportive. When we're overwhelmed with decision-making, unexpected businesses, woes, just to sort out our ideas, I was able to come to them and schedule an appointment where we can discuss things, whatever it was. As a business owner, I feel like peace of mind is always the goal. So visit BNYC and they'll make it happen for you, because I know how tough it is to sustain in the economy today.
Thank you, Shawanda. I think she says it better than I do, everything that SBS does, but we really do want you to know we're here for you, and we want to be your continued partner. So thank you so much. We are now joined by Deputy Mayor of Economic and Workforce Development, Maria Torres Springer. She's a true champion of small businesses. She herself was a former Small Business Services Commissioner and is really leading the fight alongside Mayor Eric Adams for an equitable economic recovery. And I'd love for her to come up and say a few words. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Commissioner. Good afternoon, everyone. It is fantastic to be here in Bed-Stuy. It's fantastic to be kicking off National Small Business Week, which we, of course, in the Adams administration, really across government, really do believe that National Small Business Week is an opportunity for every New Yorker to show just a little bit more appreciation, some extra love to our small businesses across the 5 boroughs. Now, we all know that when the COVID-19 pandemic struck, it really posed a historic challenge to New York City's small businesses. But in every borough, small business owners and workers demonstrated remarkable courage and resilience and really stepped up to serve their communities. And so that's why in the Rebuild, Renew, and Reinvent economic blueprint that Mayor Adams and I released just a few weeks ago, we wanted to make sure that we put small businesses front and center. And our goal across the many different agencies of government is to make sure that small businesses have the resources they need to open, to reopen, to stay open, and really to flourish. And we do know that the best way to do that, the best way to make a difference for our small businesses is meeting them where they are and doing the type of outreach within communities that most need our support. And so what you see here today is really New York City mobilizing. We're working to live up to that economic blueprint, which really calls for fortifying commercial corridors across the 5 boroughs and providing resources like the ones that are being shared by my colleagues right here, and working with business improvement districts and so many community stakeholders. Truly, events like this one are part of what we believe really needs to happen to restart our economic engines, because it's about getting services to businesses, it's about connecting New Yorkers with quality jobs, it's about leveraging technology in every way possible. So we want to make sure that we see New Yorkers, entrepreneurs, job seekers in every borough, that we're getting resources to them, and we're going to do just that this week and every week. I know as part of this week's activities, we'll be in so many different neighborhoods in the city, St. George and Staten Island, Chinatown in Manhattan, Jackson Heights in Queens, and Morris Park in the Bronx, and many, many others. So thanks to all of you for being here. What we know is that in order to accelerate the recovery of our small businesses and by extension, our entire economy, that we have to stay focused, we have to be hands-on, we have to be deep in partnership with communities across New York City. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Before I bring up the chair of the Small Business Committee in the City Council, I do want to acknowledge Ralph Bumbaka, who is the New York City Market President for TD Bank. And look, there's a TD Bank right behind him. But thank you for coming with the team, and thank you for your support for small businesses in the city. Now I'd like to bring up the Small Business Committee Chair from the City Council, Julie Menon. She's been a strong advocate and a great partner to the administration. Thank you so much, Councilmember Julie Menon.
Thank you so much, Commissioner, and I want to thank you and the Deputy Mayor and the Mayor for really prioritizing small businesses. I'm Julie Menon. I'm the City Council member for Council District 5 and the Chair of the City's Small Business Committee. I'm also a former small business owner myself, and I can really tell you firsthand, I know the struggles of what it is to own and operate a small business in the city. Studies show that of the close to 230,000 small businesses that we have here in the city, that close to a third of them might close because of the pandemic. And that's why it's so important that we're doing what we're doing here today. I also want to briefly mention vacancy rates. In my borough, Manhattan, vacancy rates are 15% for storefronts. In Brooklyn, they're 12%. But in parts of Brooklyn, like West Brighton, they have a 37% retail vacancy rate. And that's why we need to use every tool in our toolbox, which is what the city and the mayor are doing here today, to help and promote our small businesses. I went to the administration with an ask to have an advertising and marketing campaign that truly helps small businesses. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for doing this, because I think this is incredibly, incredibly important. We need to make sure that rather than New Yorkers going on to Amazon to get their goods, go out into your community, go down the street, go to your local store, and shop your local store. And that's why this fantastic campaign that SBS is launching today is so important. Shop your city. We're here to say to New Yorkers, go out into the community and support your local small business. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your leadership. Really wonderful to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Menon. And as Chair Menon said, 8 million New Yorkers, if you just go out one time every day, shop local, it makes a big, big difference. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the man who needs very little introduction, but the man who runs around New York City just getting stuff done. He gets stuff done for Brooklyn, he gets stuff done for small businesses, and he gets stuff done for all New Yorkers. Mayor Eric Adams.
Thank you. You were the man we were waiting for, Commissioner. You know, this was just really your idea, and just really getting on the ground and dealing with inspiring, opening our small businesses. And we have some real partners. I cannot say enough about Julie Menon, the councilwoman, just really understood. As a small business owner, she understands the bureaucracy and navigating the bureaucracy. And our amazing Deputy Mayor Maria Torres Springer, we're going into the agencies and look at how are we getting in the way of small businesses operating. Far too often, instead of becoming an ally, we become the person that's bringing the adversity to get your businesses open. And we want to look at how do we cut the red tape, how do we stop the duplication of the same forms, and just really help our small businesses get up and operating. If our city agencies are not on the same page with you, then it will never turn it around. We can run as many policies that we want, but if you don't have the support from city agencies, Department of Buildings, Department of Consumer Affairs, the police department, all of these entities play a role in making sure your businesses can open, operate in the right way, and that is what we're committed to do. So this is a great day. We're kicking off the Small Business Week with the big announcement. This morning I signed an executive order on Small Business Advisory Commission made up of who? Small business people. And it's going to be a collaboration of the core part of our blueprint for New York City's economic recovery is that we released in March, thanks to the Deputy Mayor putting in place that blueprint. We want to rebuild, renew, and reinvent in a real way. The commission will be made up of small business leaders throughout the 5 boroughs and will focus on cutting red tape, improving business services. And we're going to take the show on the road, because what good is a good proposal if you have to come downtown to get it done? We need to be mobile, and we need to come to your business districts, your bids, and other locations, and that's what we're doing. Big city, but we are run by small businesses, and I see some small business owners that are here, from the artists to those who sell goods. And it's good to see many of you, because I patronize your business all the time. This afternoon, I was up in Washington Heights, walked into a salon that does nails and pedicures, and I got my first pedicure done, and my feet feel good. My feet feel good. You know, so from coffee shops to cleaners to barbershops to bodegas, it's all here. We want a vibrant, resilient, and reliable city, and we have to be here on the ground to get it done. We lost far too many businesses. We see the gates are closed during COVID. These strips have been decimated through COVID, and so we're saying to people not only shopping online that so many people did during COVID, but come and wait online in one of your local business because they hire locally. The dollars move throughout your community, and it plays such an important role. So as we celebrate the National Small Business Week by taking the right steps with an amazing commissioner, I'm so excited about the commissioner and what he's doing. We're going to be bringing services, support, and the SBS mobile unit to all 5 boroughs, 5 days of the week, starting right here in BK, Brooklyn. So we're excited about what we're going to do. In each event, in each borough will feature neighborhood-specific themes and entertainments and giveaways. It's going to be resource fairs, as well as learning about what services we have in SBS. Because oftentimes we leave too much on the table because we're not aware of what services are available. I want to reach the point that when a business person is open, that you see a city person, an agency come in, you should not have agita. You should be welcoming them walking in because they're figuring out how to keep your doors open, how to make sure you keep seats in your restaurants, how do you expand by using social media to draw people into your business. We want to give you the tools to get it right. So the opportunities to meet representatives from a variety of city agencies, so we can inform you how not to be fined. If you want to start a business, why should you wait till you start a business to try to navigate how to get the business open? So we're doing a lot of things about the suspension of startups, just really going on the ground, hearing from you one-on-one on what you would like to see us do as a city to keep our small businesses operating. And we are communicating in various languages. This city is a city of many languages and culture, so we're going to be focusing on everything from Spanish to Chinese, Arabic, Korean, Haitian, Creole, Sapase, Bengali, all of these different communities that we're going to do to boost our small businesses, cut bureaucracy, end the red tape, and have this place to be a welcome mat for small businesses in our city. So, Commissioner, thank you for doing this. This is so important. Let's keep our small businesses up, operating, and continue to thrive and grow in the city. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all for being out here.
Let's go. Give it up for Mayor Eric Adams, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, shout out to Mayor Eric Adams in the building. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
We don't care about the recession. All we want to do is have fun. Jumping up in the blazing sun, blazing sun. Hey, some have energy, some have none. What do you protect when you're done? We ain't even till the thing done. This year we balancing and everybody joining it. No
Adams in the building. Once again, New York City's #1 celebrity DJ.